Hello and happy Tutorial Tuesday. I am so excited to be back here with another tutorial. I got a request in my comments to do my makeup a little closer to the camera so you guys can see like exactly what eye colors look like really close up. So I am coming at you much closer than I normally would be today. Hopefully this ring light doesn't wash me out too bad. I'm gonna end up turning it down, I think, just a touch more than normal. So I have already prepped my skin using the Rodan & Fields 50 moisturizer sunscreen. I do not sell this, but I use it. I have for years. And then I already put the SPF 30 Stay Spray on my skin, and I let that soak in for about 20 minutes while I dried and curled my hair. So I am ready to get started on today's makeup look. And you know, I have gotten a lot more questions lately, and so I love your guys' requests. If you guys have like color requests, or if you want to see something differently, or if you have recommendations for how I can just better serve you guys. I know I don't have a ton of watchers out there, but I definitely want to serve the people that are out there watching. So right now I'm just priming my eyelids with a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Again, I think this is a designed to go under eye product, but one of the other makeup artists I watch uses a primer for the eyes, so I stole that trick from her and it's worked. See, that light's going crazy. I can't get too close or it gets crazy. And my eyelashes and nails are both due for a fill, so no judging. Okay, so I'm going to be using primarily my mascara makeup double decker here today with mascara products. I do mix in some other products because I really am a firm believer that that not one company can make the best everything. And I like this because of the portability and the convenience and the price point. So overall, I use mostly mascara products in my routine. So you can see on the top I have my face stuff, so my my highlighter, my contour, my cheek, and my illuminator, and then on the bottom I have all of my powder products. So I'm going to start with my eyes, and today I have an interview. See this light, guys, you get too close, so I have to be careful. I have an interview for the Scottsdale Association of Realtors leadership program, so I'm really excited about that. And I decided I'm wearing a very professional black and white dress, so I'm also just going to do like a very professional eye today. So I'm starting here, as always. I'm gonna, well, as mostly I should say, I'm going to use Sabrina as my base color. So I just dabble this big eyeshadow everything, the bigger end. Again, excuse my nails, they're gnarly right now. I have an appointment tomorrow. And I just sweep it on back and forth like a windshield wiper from the lash line all the way up to the brow bone. And I do pick up more color every time I dab in. This is just like a little light neutral color. It has a tiny bit of shimmer in it, but not anything too overwhelming. So just windshield wipering across, lash line to brow bone. Okay, so this kind of sets as my base. So I'm just gonna close my eyes really quick. You can just see like it has one consistent color all over, and it just gives me a really good, I don't know, really great way to just start my eye. So today I'm gonna be using, let's see, what do I wanna use? I thought I knew what I wanted to use, but I'm changing my mind on the fly. So I'm gonna use Fin as my crease color. So this is Fin right here. I really like Fin. It picks up like a brownish, greenish, grayish tone, so I think it's really versatile. Okay, again, does not like me getting too close. So I'm taking the smaller end of the eyeshadow everything brush and I'm just dabbling it in the eyeshadow. And I'm just using it to place right in my crease here, so you can kind of see from this outside edge almost all the way in, not quite all the way to like the inside corner. Like I don't come all the way over to here. I just come kind of like, I would say like 90% of the way. All of the eyeshadows are super pigmented, so you know you can layer them and get a really dark look. Or you could just do like one swipe and have a lighter look. So really either way. Okay, so this is what this eye looks like with just the Sabrina and Finn on. Hopefully you can see that and it's not blurring me out. So I've just got that in my crease. Now I like to use something that kind of like blends the darker crease color together and also the lighter base color that I use. So today I'm going to use a color called Stardust. It's another metallic color. So I have kind of a mix when I have clients between people who like matte and people who like metallic. I definitely go back and forth almost every day. So for this color, I'm going to actually start at the inner corner and I'm going to fan towards the outside. And I'm only going to come about halfway across the lid. All right, can you see? I'm just going to close so you can see the difference between the two. And then I'm going to come here and just do the inside on this one again. So only starting at the inside corner this time instead of the outside. So I start the crease at the outside and I start the blending color at the inside and I only go halfway across. Okay. I think I like it. All right, I'm just going to close my eyes so you can see where I'm at to there. So then there's a couple different options for how you can do your lower liner or upper liner. I don't wear any upper liner because I already have super intense lashes. So I really normally pick up my crease color. So I would normally pick up Finn, but I'm not going to this time. I'm going to pick up Trust. And I'm just going to dab the smaller end of the eyeshadow everything really lightly in it. And then I'm going to come in here and smoke it along my bottom lash line. So the reason why I use this bigger brush instead of a thinner brush to get a tighter line is because I think this look is just a little less harsh and it looks a little bit more high-end makeup artisty without having your makeup professionally done. So it takes a little bit getting used to like a lesser defined line, but I really like the way it looks at the end of the day. So for now, my eyeshadows, I think pretty good. I'm gonna retouch on this side with a little more Finn because it looks like I'm not balanced. I'm not super picky about it because honestly, if anyone's as close to my face as you guys are right now, they're too close to my face. So then I'm just gonna blend everything together and I'll come back through and do a little highlighting on my brow bone when I'm done. So at this point I'm just gonna clean up and make sure that I don't have any of the eyeshadow pigmentation on my skin before I start my highlight base contour routine. So now I'm gonna switch over and start doing my face. So you can see I have a ton of pigmentation on my skin. I live in Arizona and as much sunscreen as I wear, you know, I still can't get rid of the damage from when I was younger and not as smart and wasn't thinking about how my 35-year-old self would feel. So, so I'm switching over to my highlight color. So mascara is the highlight and contour routine. I kind of do a modification of it because I don't necessarily have time to do it exactly as prescribed, and I feel like this makeup works however you want it to, so you can do as much or as little of the routine as you want. So I do kind of like a middle version of it. So I use White Peach as my under eye brightener, and so I just have this B squared bronzer brush, and I dab it on the end of this, and then I just stipple it under my eye like so. This is a stippling motion, not a wiping motion. That is important. Honestly, I don't know why, but it is. Don't smear. So I just get this under both eyes in like a triangle. And it's not blended right now. It's just laid on my skin. It will melt in eventually and look glorious like a second skin. Amber is my base color now, and so I'm just gonna start on my chin line, again using that stippling, and you're gonna see how I haven't done any color correction, but you're gonna see all of my pigmentation disappear. And I'm using like a baby amount. So first of all, I've had this since January. Do you see that? Like I've had it since January and haven't replaced it. That's how little of this makeup you need to go a long way. So it is super affordable. Each one of these tins is 14 bucks. I use 2 colors on my face, so that's 28 bucks, and it's lasted me since January. So I feel really good about that. In terms of an investment, that's definitely something I can afford. Not looking to break the bank, but looking to look like $1 million bucks. Sorry, it's WrestleMania for Brooklyn and Hudson out there. So one of the things you're going to notice is that I didn't do every area of my face. So I kind of like left this out, left my nose out, and I left my hairline out. Because I use other colors on those areas, I just don't cover them with the base color. That works for me. Some people like a more all over coverage, and you know, it's just to each their own. I can help you decide what's the right look for you. Feel free to reach out. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to my contour color. This is one of the things I used to not have in my routine, and I was a little hesitant to add it because I didn't think I'd have time, but it is worth the investment in time and how it has leveled up my look. So I'm just laying it in here. This is the Detail Hack brush. Highly recommend this brush. I don't have like a tiny face, but it just really is the right brush for contouring if you ask me. So I'm coming in here and just chiseling out these features using Astoria. So I'm taking the edge of the bigger end and I'm just kind of like chiseling here where I should have cheekbones, but I like pizza and Truly's too much. So you can kind of just start to see like those features come out, and that's the whole point of this, is it's to make like that hollow underneath your high, beautiful model cheekbones that you don't have. And then I'm just going to come up here. I mentioned that I didn't put any of the base color on my hairline, and that's because I contour it out. So I'm just like sweeping it on, and I'm not really being like all that careful about it because I'm going to come back through with the Perfector sponge and get that all blended together. So now I'm switching to the smaller end of the Detail Hack brush, and I'm drawing just a straight line with Astoria right along my chin. And this seems like it is not a good idea, and you can see it in my nostrils right now, but this makes a huge difference in my face. I should have just done it before and after, but I should have done one side so you could see the difference. Okay, anyways, I'll blend that out. So like right now, looks pretty crazy. And then I'm going to also contour my nose. I have gone through several iterations of what contour I like best on my nose. So you'll have to play with this for yours because I think this is like one of those things that is really personal about how you feel about nose. Some people like love their nose and don't have to do anything. And then I also contour right underneath my lip to make it look a little bit poutier. So I realize I look crazy right now. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my brightener, the White Peach, and I'm just going to drag it down the ridge of my nose. Again, I will blend this all in and it won't look crazy. You're going to be wowed and dazzled. Okay, so I'm wearing a black and white dress today, so I think I'm just going to wear this nude. Is this nude or bear? I can't remember. I'll follow up. But I'm wearing this color. It's pretty much my go-to professional color. It's not too bright. It's not too dark. It's just like a great color. And it blends so well. I really like it. So I'm using the bigger end of the B Squared bronzer brush, and I'm just dabbing it in this color, trying not to get the colors around it. And then I'm kind of like, this motion, I'm using like a stipple sweep action. Sometimes I smile. Okay, so at this point I am going to just quickly use my damp Perfector sponge that I wrung out after I ran it under the faucet of water, and I'm just going to start blending. I'm going to blend to this side so you can see what it looks like, and then, you know, so you can believe that I swear this stuff is a miracle. And just how much of a difference it makes. Okay, so I'm not totally done yet, but you can see So you can get as dramatic as you want with this. I know some people, you know, like a super defined contour. I just don't want people to be looking at my makeup and be like, wow, she has lots of makeup on. I want it to just be like, wow, she looks professional. She looks so put together. You know, like, oh, her skin's great, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what I want. And I get those compliments all the time using this makeup. And it makes me oh so happy. All right, checking in my little mirror here to make sure I'm all blended. Okay, so from here, I'm going to do a couple more steps that, again, are optional. I'm going to use a highlighter. I'm going to come in with, let's see, do I want to use, what are my eyes? I'm going to use Rose Gold. So I'm just dabbing my finger in the, this is the illuminator, not the highlighter, and I'm going to just run it along the top of my cheekbone in a dabbing motion. So patting in here, dabbing on here. Also going to dab down the ridge of my nose and a little on my brow. Again, optional. Some people this is like too blingy for. Which I totally understand, or it's just a step that they feel like isn't necessary, so they can cut out and make this routine faster for them. I am going to put a little bit of the Maybelline Brow Drama Gel just to comb these wild brows into you know, more manageable shape, but I don't fill them. I only fill my brows when I'm like really putting it on, like I'm going out on the town, or I have a gala, charity fundraiser or something like that, or a wedding that I'm going to. So okay, at this point my face is done, my lips are the only thing left to do, and setting powder. So I ran out of my favorite setting spray, and I didn't realize it was my favorite because I had got it in my FabFitFun box. I didn't realize it was my favorite until I ran out of it, and I went a day without it, and I didn't like it. So it was the Kula SPF makeup setting spray, and it's kind of expensive, which is why I haven't replaced it. It's 30 bucks. But I'm thinking it's worth it. In this Arizona heat, it feels like I just need that extra protection, and I felt like it just made me look the right amount of matte and dewy, if that is even a thing. So right now I'm just using the Siete setting spray, or I mean setting powder. It's translucent. I just put it all over and kind of leave it, and then I'm going to hit up my lips now. I typically wear a Rimmel lip stain, but today I haven't eaten yet, so I'm just gonna do a quick mascara lip. So one of the best things about mascara is that everything is like really has dual purpose. So you can use the you can use the contours as lip liners, eyeliners, brow gel, and you can use the cheek colors as lip colors. So I'm going to do a little bit of a trick here, and I'm going to, my hair stuck to this end of this, gross. So I'm just going to do, I'm using Astoria, the same contour color, to line my lips, which sounds crazy again, but it is a little trick that I like. So I'm just lining right outside my lips. Don't worry. You blend it in, doesn't look crazy. See how it just makes my lips pop? And then I'm going to dab my finger into the same color that I had on my cheeks. And I'm also going to pop in with a little bit of the black cherry over it, so it's not so matte. All right, I like it. So I am ready to go now. Okay, so that took me about 20 minutes on here while I was talking you through each step. I can do this routine in less than 10 minutes. when I am not describing every move for you beautiful ladies out there. If you guys have any questions, comments, if you want to be able to get color matched in person, if you're in Arizona, I'm happy to do that. If not, you can follow the link to my color match page and submit a selfie on there, and I'd be happy to color match you, have a call with you, whatever you want, to be able to see if you can make mascara beauty part of your routine. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll be in touch soon.